What's going on?
What's poppin'? Theo is at an airport today.
You know, I think you could film a pretty interesting documentary about where the lengths I've gone to get myself recorded over the past couple of weeks here, and just like the setups and like what I've used to like prop my mic and my webcam up, like tennis rackets and newspapers and like just all sorts of stuff from all sorts of places. But you know, I've cobbled together for the last time, hopefully the last time in a while, a janky ass setup in a janky ass place. So yeah, but I'm here.
Yeah, I have no words for like the amount of finagling you've had to do. How many times have we tweeted out we're cooked from the Stay Hot Twitter?
We've never you've said we're cooked multiple times, but I've pulled through. Shout out McDonald's for having like weirdly fast Wi-Fi. Shout out this
McDonald's
airport.
Is on that fiber optic.
I guess they are, man. Like I go there, my upload speed will like increase by like 25 times when I step into a McDonald's. So I've been balling at the McDonald's recently and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, none of this has to do with the NBA.
Can Stay Hot get a McDonald's sponsorship?
There's a lot, dude. There's a lot of rumors today. Oh my god, dude, it's impossible to keep up with. But the thing to remember is that with NBA rumors is that they're just rumors, and that not all of them are true, and not all of them are going to happen. Particularly the ones that I don't like. So like, someone says something horrifying about the Hornets, that's not real. They're lying. Facts. But I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on any of the trade rumors.
Well, I mean,
so
Kyrie is the most interesting domino, and I look at him and you know, it's clear to see that he's a frustrating guy to manage, and Brooklyn is probably sick of it, and he's probably sick of Brooklyn. So it makes a lot of sense, you know. So that's my thoughts on that. But
my prediction is that he's not going anywhere.
That's the thing, is like, what is a bridge that badly burned? Like,
yeah, right. Like,
and does it make sense that someone else would take him at this point? You know, like, I don't think the Lakers make sense. I don't think LeBron is like dying to reunite with like a completely unavailable superstar right now. I don't think like would Kyrie stay in New York? Would the Knicks take that on if he has beef with like?
Oh yeah, that would be a totally unserious thing to do for the Knicks. Now, we're gonna go get Kyrie. What is that gonna do realistically? Right, Kyrie.
It would be exciting, I guess.
Would it?
I mean, I guess that's classic Knicks a little bit, no? But yeah. I don't know. I just think that we knew going into this that there were going to be problems getting this contract done, right?
Yes.
So, but now that there's problems getting the contract done, I don't think that's reason to panic. I think that's kind of expected. So I would say anything other than him re-signing with Brooklyn would be pretty insane for both parties, honestly.
I don't think it would be insane, but I don't see it. I don't see it. That's for sure.
I mean, like, what would it realistically look like? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, is he really going to go to the Lakers or the Clippers? I guess I can see if he picks up his player option. But then if he picks up his player option, Brooklyn's not going to deal him. So if it's a sign and trade, it makes it really tough on the Clippers to make that work money-wise. I just think it's tough. I like the idea of Kevin Durant going from James Harden and Kyrie Irving to Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook as his help in 1 year. I think that's funny, but other than that,
and then, well, I don't know. I think
he would be super gone.
He would be super gone, and I also think that this, because is he under contract next year at all? Is he just a free agent?
Kevin Durant? I believe he's on contract
Kyrie.
pretty long. Oh, Kyrie. He has a player option he can pick up.
Interesting. I think that this is going to draw out a long time. I mean, it's Kyrie. That's not even a hot take at this point. Like, it wouldn't, maybe it's like a Ben Simmons situation where it's not resolved until like the trade deadline of next year. I could see a world where that happens, but I don't know. I think that it's going to be kind of a long haul type of thing here. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Kyrie sitting out games or whatever Kyrie's going to do, but I don't know. I think that I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Kyrie holding out that would not make the online narratives any better, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Which is why we keep like, why does Kyrie keep getting all this hype as like, like on the player rankings?
He is
not the 12th best player in the NBA.
Like that's what I'm.
I will give you that. Hell no, he is not the 12th best player in the NBA.
There would be a KD shaped hole in the walls of Barclays Center. Yeah, that news would hit his Twitter, and he would just like tear out the door like the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes.
I can't imagine like what he would. I guess he just request a trade to be like, yeah, I'm not doing this, and give up. But
he's cooked.
Do you buy the Celtics getting Beal? Vegas has them at 3-1 odds. No, I don't. I have Beal staying with he's been content to stay with the Wizards his whole career. Reports are that he would like to re-sign with the Wizards. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's just going to stay with the Wizards. I buy the Wizards keeping Beal. If he would have been traded, he would have been traded already. Like, right?
I mean, you could say that, but I remember Kemba Walker. Kind of, that was the thought process. It's like, well, certainly they traded him when his value was higher if they knew they weren't going to keep him. Certainly they didn't wait till the offseason to make this decision. But the Wizards are dumb. So there is no telling whether that's what they're actually going to do. I don't disagree with you.
Put some respect on the Washington Wizards, man.
They're one of the worst franchises in the NBA, if not the worst, honestly.
Put some respect.
They're up there. I guess the Kings or whatever. The Wizards have been horrible forever.
Hey.
They are when's the last time they had a 50-win season? I saw that stat the other day.
Put some respect on my Sacramento Kings.
Kings.
The Kings are a really interesting team too, with what they're going to do with the 4th pick.
Brogdon, it says this was via Woj. I think Malcolm Brogdon is likely to also move this week. Teams who don't get up to number 4 to get Jaden Ivey, I think Brogdon is of real interest to them. I think especially Washington as they look to sign Bradley Beal is what he said.
That would be a very, very unserious thing. Brogdon, nice player. He does not play. And he is like 30. He's played one full season ever. And it's like you're pushing for the playoffs in the East, I guess. But, I mean, you're significantly worse than the Cavs and the Nets. And you would need some real dominoes to fall for you to even make the playoffs at that point. I don't know.
I feel like if I was the Wizards, I'd rather just select someone at number 10 than...
Well, here's the thing. They can't because the Wizards will never be good until they can figure out how to draft players. And it's just that simple.
Apparently, Jaden Ivey said he will not play for the Kings.
Yeah, he did. No, he said there could be worse outcomes. That's what he said. I know he said that, which is maybe even worse. They were like, would you play for Sacramento? And he said, it could be worse.
The headline of this article at 2:09 is Jaden Ivey going to Sacramento or the dentist?
Does he have bad teeth or something?
I don't know. That's just the headline.
Mark Stein said Beal wants to be the Dirk Nowitzki of the Wizards, is what apparently he said.
God bless you.
Good luck.
You can be like Gilbert Arenas or something, but you're not.
Gilbert Arenas is easily clear of Bradley Beal, sadly. I love Gilbert Arenas. He was like Dame before Dame. A little bit.
He just wants to make a lot of money, dude, and shout out to him for that. God bless him, as he should, King. But Pacers denied Russ THT in a first for Brogdon. I really doubt that the Lakers offered that. It's also, I don't think that's a possible trade, is it?
Didn't I talk about the Lakers and the Pacers as a Russ trade possibility?
That's been something that's been talked about pretty often, I think.
Yeah.
But the reports are is that the Lakers just don't want to give up any more first. So it's not going to happen then unless they take on just horrible contracts.
Yeah,
but it's certainly a possibility. It does seem like one of the more thing is that Brogdon probably has too many people who want him for it to work. And then like, what else would the Pacers give up to make the money work? Right.
I guess. Yeah.
So it's a little tough, but it's not unthinkable. But that's the thing with all Russ trades. They're all a little tough.
Yeah.
When you add Russ to your team, you subtract spacing. That is the gravity.
Gilbert was a bucket before he pulled out the strap on a teammate. You know, yeah, he's funny though. It wasn't loaded.
He's kidding.
Right? I think it was an unloaded gun.
He was
just kidding. Like, yes, he's just in a silly, goofy mood. I would watch a Winning Time style like show on the early 2000s Wizards with Gilbert Arenas and JaVale McGee and Swaggy P. I really would. I think that would be so sick.
That would be funny.
I can't.
Arenas pulling a gun is actually that's crazy. I can't lie. You're kind of a nut for that. Like,
did he pull a gun? I think he just had one. I think he had one on him. I don't think he actually. Which it's still crazy. Don't bring a gun to the locker room. But like, I don't think he
like, why would you have a gun in the locker room?
He's just that guy, I guess. I don't know. What could they trade to get Beal?
Were to get Beal, yeah.
I mean, like, it would be a sign. And the thing is that if Beal wanted to go to the Celtics, I don't know. Let me look at their money situation. It might be really hard because they have to stay. It's going to limit what they can do because of the hard cap. But like, if he wants to go to the Celtics, they can probably make that work.
Yeah, I mean, they've got, Grant Williams and I mean, they were just in the finals, Peyton Pritchard and some decent young pieces that you could probably part with if in exchange for Bradley Beal, picks, whatever. So, yeah.
I mean, right now you're sitting at $157 million in contracts. So you would have to give up like a lot of money to make that work because that would hard cap you right at that.
Yes.
So I wonder, it would have to be like Horford, or you could give up. They could make it work. It's not unthinkable. They could make it work, but it'd be really tough. And they'd have to really.
Derek White makes 17 mil.
Yeah, like they could make it work, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Would adding Beal, do you think, make the Celtics like, because we're not super high on the Celtics making it back? Would that, you think?
Oh yeah,
I'd be good.
How significantly do we think that improves their chances?
I'd say
pretty good. I mean, Bradley Beal is someone who can average 30 points a game, right? I mean, he is a really high-level scorer at the point guard position. Like, you think of all those dumb threes that Marcus Smart bricked in the playoffs. Those might all go in if Bradley Beal is shooting them. I think that could completely change around. I mean, I think he could win. Yeah, no, I think that they would certainly take a couple more. I mean, that series probably goes to 7 with Bradley Beal as your starting point guard. Maybe even they win it. Yeah, I definitely think that would move the needle significantly for them. Rob Williams at center, or Horford, Williams, Beal, Tatum, Brown. I mean, you could put that. I mean, that's a really good lineup. That's a really, really good lineup. And then Smart could either be, I mean, you could have him off the bench or I don't know, that you could do some really interesting things with Beal. I think that would definitely, you'd have to move Tatum to the floor. Yeah, or that. Smart. Yeah, that works too. Williams or Horford, Tatum, Smart, Beal, Brown. Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be really crazy. And they're good enough on defense where it's like, I don't think Beal is the world's greatest defender, but I mean, that's still a pretty good defensive lineup, and the firepower they'd have with Beal and Brown and Tatum. Yeah, no, that would be sick.
One thing I'd worried about with Beal is that he's kind of coming off a down year, and you'd be giving him a huge contract. And he's had some injury concerns, and he's getting a little bit older. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's definitely not like an incredible.
Can he play make better than Tatum?
Probably a little bit.
Or
Yeah. I mean, Tatum's playmaking honestly wasn't his problem. Their offense just sucks. Their offense is just boring and not that like they don't run enough sets. They don't run enough plays.
Yeah.
They're just kind of out there like doing whatever. And Tatum knows he needs to move the ball more, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah, Tatum's playmaking wasn't even that bad. Like Tatum is the guy we always bring
Brown,
up, but
Brown was turning over. Yeah, I was gonna say Jaylen Brown had a lot of turnovers.
Like Tatum's playmaking may not have been like a massive like Jason Kidd level positive here, but like he got like a lot better at it. But anyway, yeah, I mean Beal's not. I don't think of Beal as like this elite playmaker at the point guard position either. He's more of like a scorer, but he's always had to be that for the Wizards. I don't know. But it would definitely be, I think it would definitely make them finals contenders again if it all works out there. I mean, that improves their ceiling greatly if you add another 30 point per game type of guy, potentially. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. What else have people been talking about there? They also have their
Gobert to the Bulls is like seemingly more and more possible.
I think it'd be dope. I think it'd make their defense unbelievable, honestly. Talk about
it seems like every time we talk to a Bulls fan, they just kind of want them to stay the course.
I think that's lame. They shouldn't.
I didn't think Kenny. I don't know. We'd have to. I guess we had Motown Noah on. He wasn't a Bulls fan, but I don't know. Chip said that he was fine with them just kind of being fine. And rebuilding the brand a little bit. I don't know. I would wonder. I didn't get quite that same vibe from Kenny. So maybe I don't know. Not. Chip was the first person I've heard really say that. But I mean, Kenny just wanted him to keep Levine, which I would also be like, whatever happens this offseason,
keep Levine.
Keep Levine. I think that's probably would be my take as a Bulls fan as well. But anyway,
I don't know. Yeah, the Bulls, I don't know. I feel like you have an opportunity to get a high-level player. Like, why would you not? Right.
I guess it depends on how they feel about Patrick Williams' potential, right? Because he would most likely be involved in this deal. So, like, I think that's why you wouldn't do it is can he have – because Gobert's got his problems, right? So it's like, do you think Patrick Williams' ceiling is high enough that you're willing to not do that or whatever? And the Jazz, like, the Jazz would have to say, like, we're keeping Mitchell then, right? Unless they just totally blow it up and trade both. I don't know. I think it would be a good move for the Bulls, though. I think I would do it. I would imagine that because what Chip was like, oh, you can't win with DeRozan as your best player. But I mean, if you can keep Levine, I think Levine is a better player than DeRozan, like 9 times out of 10. This year was just crazy. So I don't know. It's just keep Levine. Depends on what you do with Levine, I guess. But who knows?
Do you think that like any potential would outweigh just like Gobert being maybe the best defender in basketball?
I mean,
like even if like it's like, yeah, Gobert has his problems, but part of the problem is that like the scheme the Jazz are running, where it's just like they funnel everything to him, and maybe if he's in a scheme where they don't have to do that.
I mean, just you got to think, does Gobert make you a title team, right? Like right now, like does that make the Bulls a title contender? And if you say no, then you probably would not want to give up young assets to get margin from like a borderline playoff team to like a borderline second round team, right? So I think that's what it comes down to, is you've got to evaluate your franchise and say, does Gobert make us a title contender? And if yes, make the move. And if no, don't trade away young assets for him. I think that's
my thing about it, is that you can probably accomplish similar things without going to get Rudy Gobert. Like just any good interior defender. I just made a video about this. Any good interior defending center is going to really change how their defense works. And they have so many strong perimeter defenders like Lonzo and Caruso, and getting Pat Williams back and all these guys, that it's disappointing to waste it on a guy like Vucevic at the 5. So
Right.
I think I'd be disappointed if they don't at least take a shot at somebody like a Mitchell Robinson or even like a Mo Bamba at this point, or Jakob Pertl, or Turner's back in trade talks. So there's a lot of different things they could do. But yeah, I think if I'm them, I'm going to be a little bit aggressive. Screw like they are a team that will lose in the first round right now. Screw that.
Yeah.
Be a little bit aggressive. You don't have to go sell the farm. You don't have to go give up the James Harden pick package and decide that you're going to be bad for the next 5 years after this one season. But I'm at least trying. You can't not try.
Right. Yeah. Ayton to the Bulls. I haven't seen much hype around that.
The money on that.
There was a rumor on some Suns. There was a rumor on Twitter where they were like, I know Ayton's barber, and he told me that Ayton has like kind of issues with Booker, and he's 100% gone. So I don't know if that's
Ayton
true or
is
not.
incredibly gone. He is super gone.
He's incredibly gone.
Yeah.
It's the problems that with Booker that would be interesting in that, because he's definitely gone. I wonder I don't know how high I am on the Suns for next year. I don't know how high I am on the Suns next year.
Losing Ayton is not going to be nothing, dude. It certainly will not be. And then it's like, man, this just feels like it's not going to be the same. Because like I know you guys lost last year in the finals, but it felt like, okay, we can run this back. Let's go do this again. We're right there. And now it's like maybe we're not, and we for sure are not better than we were last year. So
yeah, no, it definitely feels like they peaked and are on a downturn unless they can get someone like Kawhi or KT or something like that to come to Phoenix. Like until they make that sort of move. And Chris Paul was definitely a good one, but like Chris Paul is not getting better and better with age here, right? Like that just doesn't happen. So yeah, we'll see. They're gonna have to make a crazy move for me to be like really excited about them again. Otherwise, I'm just looking at them on a Jazz tier or something like that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit before about how like, you know, the Warriors after when they're now like Poole and Wiggins, they're gonna get some money. What do you think those guys are worth?
Poole is probably worth close to Terry Rozier money. I can't see quite maxing him just yet. You could wait it out another year, but it'll probably only get more expensive.
Yeah.
And then Wiggins is probably pushing max, I'm afraid, with how he's been playing.
I mean, he's an all-star starter. Like, what are we doing here? What all-star starters? I mean, don't get the max. Like, yes, he's one of the worst all-star starters ever, but I mean, we're talking about guys who don't even. You're getting the max if you're an all-star starter, right? Yeah. If Miles Bridges, who's not even on an all-star team, is getting the max, like Andrew Wiggins, who is an all-star starter.
If Wiggins gets a max, do you think Poole is gonna like obviously Poole's gonna negotiate for as much as he can, but do you think like, you know, if Wiggins is getting a max, he's like, well
Poole is like actually not worth the max though. Like you really shouldn't, not yet at least. He hasn't shown enough.
Yeah, I mean, Wiggins was like, I mean, you saw it right there in the finals, like, or in the whole playoff run, like Wiggins was more important than Poole to that playoff run and was the better player. Like you saw it right there in front of you. So to give them the exact same amount of money would be a
unless you're like negotiating to like bank on the development, like, oh, I'm only going to get better.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some banking on that with these contracts, right? And that's not unreasonable. I just think the number of Jordan Pooles out there is actually probably pretty high. And Jordan Poole is maybe favored a little bit because he is allowed to have bad games more so than maybe some of these other shot creating kind of smaller guards. And I really like him, and I think his potential is super high, and that's probably what separates him a little bit. However, right now he is an inconsistent offensive option who is bad on defense, and that you just can't max out a guy like that.
I saw someone in our chalkboard compare him to Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
I don't know if his game is quite like Hero, but I don't disagree with that. I even may like he's like you know, like Terry Rozier or something, right?
Yeah.
That type of stuff. And these type of guys get between $20 and $25 million right now. That's what Colin Sexton will probably get. That's what Jalen Brunson will probably get. That's what Simons will probably get. I mean, like, and we're just talking about free agents this year. I could probably list off 4 or 5 guys, right? Like, really, right. I mean, it's a lot of dudes like this.
Jordan Poole is a rebuilding team, Max.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. You might be right, but he's also not a free agent this offseason.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could wait a year, but if you wait a year and he ends up like, jumping out the building in terms of production.
Actually, I might. If it comes down to $25 million a year, I might wait. Because what is the penalty for, like, if Jordan Poole all of a sudden, like, does become great, the penalty on that is, like, nothing. The difference between $25 million and, like, 30, okay. But if you give him $25 million and he doesn't take any more steps or he stagnates somehow, it's probably a bigger penalty. So it might be worth the wait. And if he ends up being a max player, it's not really at the end of the world. Maybe he holds out though. I don't know.
I don't know. Would you want to hold? You just won the finals. Like, why?
I mean, you might if you want to get paid. Yeah, for sure.
A quote from Jordan Poole after winning the finals is, "We're about to get a bag. We're about to get a bag. We're about to get a bag." Is what he was yelling true. After he won the finals.
You don't care about that ring.
I mean, he does, but I do
think like when you're younger, I think like the money matters more because you just want to be secure, and then you can worry about like getting rings later.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to get paid big money.
Theo, when does your flight take off?
My flight takes off at 3:15
Pacific time.
Pacific time, yeah. So
that's 6:15. Okay, so we'll be done long before.
Would you really give Miles Bridges the max? Absolutely, no question. That's not even a debate. I wouldn't even think about it. Now, will he get it? Maybe not. It's probably leaning towards no right now, I would say. But would I give it to him? Yeah.
Matt, I'd like to see you do you go.
What is the argument against it? If you would give it to him, absolutely, right? Why do you think he won't get it? Like, what are people just, he's not good enough, he doesn't have enough potential? Like, what is it?
I would say that he might just not get the offer. Like, he's very borderline right there. Now, if you're the Hornets, you pretty much have to keep him, or else like you're just totally unserious. That's like throwing in the towel. And the difference between like him, he's either getting close to max or max. So I'm not losing him over a couple $1 million. Like, that's just not what the Hornets need to be doing right now. But, if you're like Portland or Detroit, are you going to waste your time? Like, you've got like, there's a lot of free agents out there. Are you going to waste your time with a guy who's almost certainly going to just like get their offer matched? Are you going to tie up your money in that during free agency? Probably not. So he just might not be like the target for other teams like that. And he's borderline. So I think that he won't get it, but the Hornets should give it to him if they have to. He is worth the max.
I'm looking at his shooting numbers right now.
I'd like to see you do top 100 NBA players.
Top 100 NBA players? I might have to.
Now that the season's over.
Can we get a story time about that Bayless celeb you mentioned on your TikTok?
Yo,
did you guys see
that video, I commented. That video was funny as fuck.
That Kentucky quarterback commented on it too.
Did he really?
What did he say? What did Will Levis say?
He said she was an 8. I just totally made it up though, obviously. I mean, I was just bored.
Did you make it up?
Yes. You know me, Blaiden. You know that's not, if that was a real story, don't you think you'd know?
I mean, you know some people, so like.
Well, that's what, watching that video is what made me ask for that guy's number yesterday, because that's who I was like, if this is about anybody, the Beal celebrity.
That's who I thought it was about at first. But then I was like, wait.
It's literally, it doesn't make any sense.
But then I was like, wait, wrong girl. I was like, wrong girl. So like.
No, it's literally about nobody, and it's not even based off anything, and it's not even like
I don't know.
Totally out of thin air.
Like it's out of thin air, but it's like there's bits and pieces from real stories in there. Like,
how long ago did you record the Heisenberg?
There's no real piece to that story. What piece? Oh,
Maybe,
the Breaking
maybe,
Bad thing. I should
How
have
long
structured
ago-
that video differently. I think it would have done better.
How long ago where did you even post that?
Oh, on Stay Hot like the other day.
Oh, did you? I haven't checked.
Mm-hmm.
I need to post on Stay Hot more.
God, dear script writer.
I was gonna post a video on Stay Hot going over like the top 5, like what was it was how much money, it was like money per snap. It was like dollar per snap. Like who's made the most money per snap in the NFL. I was like, because when I brought up like the backup quarterback thing being like the best thing you could do, like the best job in the world.
Can I be honest?
Like, what?
I would rather be a starting quarterback and making $30 million.
Well, I think being a starting quarterback would be more fun, but like in terms of like the easiest job in the world, I like maybe not the easiest job in the world, but like I think the best combination of like work to pay ratio. I think backup quarterback.
I mean, if you only look at,
never mind. Go ahead. Yeah,
I think that if you only look at
pay and security, like
I think security.
I don't know about security,
bad. And I think work is like maybe if you're only counting in-game snaps.
Like practice you're working, right, and you have to like get to the NFL, obviously, which is insanely hard to do.
And you also have to move your family like all over the place, and I don't know. Yeah, I would rather be. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think I'd rather be a starter, but if you're like, you can either be like an accountant or
the easiest job is if you are a really good player and the game is easy to you. Then like if you're Joe Thomas and you've like mastered the art of being a left tackle, I mean, I'm not saying that it's the easiest job in the world, but
right.
I mean, you're getting paid $1 million to play a game, right? Like, and just like, but it's not the easiest job in the world. Like only 5 people in the world can do it at the level that he can. I don't know what the easiest job in the world is.
Joe Thomas is like so head and shoulders above the rest of the left tackles. So it's like, or like Trent Williams right now. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm like a backup quarterback. There's 32 backup quarterbacks, right? Everyone can, like, I don't know. I feel like there's more room to be a backup quarterback, and I do think there is some security in being a backup quarterback. Like even if you're not signing like these 5-year, $100 million contracts, but like, I mean, you're still getting like some really good money, even if it's for like a season. If you could sign a 1-year, $5 million contract, I mean, what did Cam get to come back to the Panthers?
I don't know, like probably like
he got like $10 million. The easiest job, Skip Bayless has the easiest job in the world. All right. He's got the easiest job in the world because he doesn't have to compete. I mean, he signed his mega deal. He's set for life already. All he has to do, I mean, I saw him on Twitter pushing the Warriors ring was fraudulent because the Celtics were bad. And he was like talking about that. It's like, bro, that is so easy. You get paid $1 million just to like look at Twitter narratives and then just like repeat them. It's like, that's so awesome. He's got the easiest job in the world. All right. And I mean, we're not making Skip Bayless money, but like if I was making like $1 billion doing this, I'd be like, yeah, I have the easiest job in the world. Like the best work to pay ratio ever. Like if I was making millions and millions of dollars to do this, I'd be like, oh yeah, once we get that Pat McAfee, that's a robbery. Right, Pat McAfee. He just literally Pat McAfee gets paid $1 trillion just to like, stand around, and he's got like 1 million co-hosts, and he just like reacts to the news. Like Skip has to do no research, right? He has to do no research. He talks about the same things over and over again, and he gets like $15 million. He's got the easiest job in the world. I could do his job. Now he had to do a lot of hard shit to get the easiest job in the world, but currently he has the easiest job in the world. Yeah.
Thoughts on Jeremy Grant to the Heat? I think Jeremy Grant is like, people talk about him like he's not just a really good role player. He's very good. He probably doesn't change the world for Miami though. I don't really see that being their biggest need, but if
But
they
I
got him,
mean-
it'd be very nice. I just don't know what they give up.
Isn't that kind of what Miami is, though? Just a team of really, really good role players.
No.
Kind of. I mean, Bam is
Kind
more than
of.
that. Butler is more
except
than
for all
that.
their good, except for all their star players.
Yeah, they're all stars. But I would say a team that's all like really good role players. I don't know. Like I don't know who I think of when I think of that. I mean, the Heat don't have yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm like, the Heat don't have like a Giannis. Or
I
a
mean,
Luka.
no. Yeah, they're a 1 seed. They definitely have like a worse best player than you'd think from like a 1 seed, but I wouldn't consider them just like a team of high level role players. Because Butler,
Maybe a team of like high level number 2s.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, currently, as it stands right now, Jimmy Butler is regarded as a top 10 player in the league, according to our consensus rankings. So,
Oh,
I don't know.
Is okay, that is right. He is top 10. So like, I don't know. But we're also allowed to disagree with the consensus rankings. You know?
We are.
You like Baker to Carolina? I kind of do. I know it's a football question. Yes. I think it'd be funny.
Who to Carolina?
Baker.
Oh.
Yeah,
I want to see Matt
apparently
Corral.
There's interest.
I would rather see Matt Corral, but like, dude, that is not happening. For sure, they will not, because that's
Start Matty Ice. Come on.
a smart team here would just be like, let's just throw Corral to the Wolves and whatever happens. But no, they're going to trade for Baker Mayfield. They go for first. It's gonna be awesome.
What are they going to give up? You said a first?
Oh yeah.
No, let's go. The Browns get a draft pick back.
You think
Matt Corral wearing number 9?
Donovan
I've become more of a Matt Corral fan as post draft.
Good.
I don't know why. He seems kind of, I don't know.
He's him a
He's
little
a good
bit.
quarterback.
He's got that
He's
X
him.
factor. You
He
can't
does.
deny it. Then that's what you're thinking.
He's got it.
I liked him. There was some tweet where he was like, he's like admitted to struggling with like alcoholism and like this big party lifestyle, and he like overcame it. And then like some bozo on Twitter was like, "Oh, that's a red flag," and I was like, "What?" And then I kind of gained some respect for him that he was like to open about that. So I don't know. That's kind of why. Anyway, that's not basketball though.
Hey, I'm
But-
sure Matt Corral has played basketball.
Thoughts
at
on
least
Trevor
once in his
Lawrence
life.
losing his money in crypto? You're lying. That's awesome.
There's no way.
I
That's
mean,
a
he
very
took like his
Jaguars
rookie.
thing to happen.
He took his rookie contract in crypto. I think it's so funny. I mean, I like Trevor Lawrence, but like, come on, dude, crypto. Like, I'm praying on crypto's downfall. Absolutely. I think it's funny because he has gone on record before being like, I don't have a chip on my shoulder. You know, I don't think that I have to prove anybody wrong. I'm very comfortable with the success that I've had. Right. He doesn't quite have that like intensity, that like Tom Brady, Michael Jordan type of intensity at all.
Right.
So I thought it was kind of funny to give him some incentive, like give him a little bit of motivation if he like is broke because his first NFL contract goes to like nothing.
It goes to 0.
Yeah. Crypto also, OBJ also lost his money in crypto. Yes, but he took like the smallest contract of his career in crypto. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odell's fine. Odell's not tripping at all, but like,
yeah, so is Trevor, but like it is funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Your rookie contract, and give me Bitcoin instead, though.
Are you even able to like pay for anything? Like,
No.
what if you? I guess
No,
you just take out a loan
it's been like
against it as like
it's been like
collateral.
12 years. You can't buy anything with crypto. Not really. Except for novelty stuff that's like, ooh, look, you can buy this with crypto.
Yeah.
Or like
Well, what you-
illegal things.
What you used to
I
be
know
able to
that,
do with
like-
crypto is like buy horrifically on like illegal shit on the dark web from like China. You could buy like that via crypto because it was just kind of, you know, libertarian, unregulated currency that like, you know, that some weird
Right.
people would accept. That's what crypto is supposed to be for. Like bring it back to buying like weird drugs from China.
This dude said, "Bring back the black market."
Trevor
That's what
Lawrence
crypto's
definitely
supposed
hangs
to be
out in the
used for.
metaverse. That's why he's no good right now, dude. He's too focused on his damn Oculus or whatever. Needs to get out.
You gotta
there
get on the
and
football field.
You
You gotta
think-
get on the gridiron.
You think Donovan to the Heat is realistic and trading Hero would be the right option to acquire him? Well, trading Gobert makes me. I think it would be good for the Heat, but I also think like right now a Gobert trade to the Bulls is getting more smoke. That's all I would say. So like, I would just be cautious. Being if they trade Gobert, I think that the odds skyrocket that they keep Mitchell, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I would
Stay hot
agree.
NFT.
I don't think they'd trade both of them. And I see Gobert as
Yeah,
more
the
of an
smoke
option.
right now is
Yeah,
yeah.
stay hot.
Stay hot
NFT.
and
Oh, it's coming.
No, stay hot NFT.
my apes. I like the running bit right now that like there's like this community who is talking about how like you can acquire apes for slurp juices. It's just not a true thing or something, and they're like in a frenzy because of the like slurp like to ape ratio is off, but it's not a real thing. It's so funny. I love it.
Yes, no. Whose
Stay hot
birthday it is
NFT.
today?
We're gonna release one NFT, and it's everyone's. It's
Yeah,
a
slurp.
community NFT.
You can buy the Stay Hot profile picture for 15 slurp juices.
We're gonna we're gonna release a Stay Hot profile picture. It's just gonna be a JPEG, and you can just
DM us with slurp juice offers.
Free NFT, and you're just posting pictures.
Bad news, guys. Someone stole.
I'll do that right now.
A hacker stole the NFT. A hacker stole
Stay Hot
the
NFT. We can't do
logo.
the pod anymore, guys.
Bad news, guys. We put the logo on the blockchain, and now someone stole our profile picture. Please return it. We're all out of slurp juices. Yes.
If I'm the Warriors, I'm keeping Wiggs and Looney Poole as replaceable. I think they're gonna end up keeping everybody. I'm afraid, but I wouldn't disagree with you. I think Poole is maybe. I'm questioning him a little bit, but I think worst case scenario, you let it play out for another year and you have a better idea.
People forget how good Jamal Murray was in the bubble. Well, there was a couple people who were really good in the bubble that I mean, actually that might not be true.
I think it happens every year though, right? Like someone does really well in the playoffs, like kind of like they get, hot in the playoffs every year, but because the one year that TJ Warren did it was in the bubble, he's a bubble guppy. It's not just like, I mean, who else had a nice game.
Who else was good in the bubble? The Suns, they went 8-0 in the bubble. That wasn't a fluke. I mean, they would have been ridiculously good since then. The Heat, Jimmy Butler, like he's been ridiculous.
Jimmy Bubble.
Bron since the bubble. Dame won bubble MVP. He's been good since the bubble. Donovan Mitchell, Jamal. So it's not like all these bubble. It wasn't like, someone who's completely mid. Like it's not like Trevor Ariza won bubble MVP. Like, I mean, LeBron has a lot. Do I think Wiseman is expandable? Like expendable? Do you mean?
Dude, like I can't see them trading Wiseman when his value like literally could not be worse right now. I think they're gonna at least give him a shot. He's hardly played. People are maybe giving up on him a little bit too quick, and I'm not the type of person to say that about somebody who can't stay healthy. But like, let's at least see what he has. It's only year 3, If he looks terrible next year, okay, but it's not unthinkable that he turns it around at least a little bit.
Yeah, Blaiden was a Mickey Mouse track athlete. Facts, I was.
It's okay.
Paul George in the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, James Wiseman, what is he? According to Pro Basketball Reference, James Wiseman's nicknames are Big Ticket, Big Jim, J-Dub, and J Wise. If I have not heard anyone say called James Wiseman. Yeah, Big Ticket. Yeah, you think that's KG? No. I mean, what did he average? I mean, he averaged 11 points a game his rookie year. Above 50% shooting.
He doesn't can he get some
the worst
rotation
start
minutes?
to a
Like,
career.
yeah, he's probably not going to live up to what where he was drafted, and he probably isn't going to be as good as LaMelo Ball. So you're always going to be a little salty about it. But are they going to just like trade him away and give up? Probably not. Not yet. Give him a little bit more.
Yeah. He was like bad. He was bad his rookie year, but it wasn't like an unmitigated disaster. Like he was like
he played like 40 games,
average
right?
player, right?
Yeah. How many rookies look bad 40 games into their career? Most of them.
A lot. Yeah, a lot of them do. Paul George is the coolest NBA player. Wrong.
That's Miles Bridges.
Coolest NBA player?
It's I mean Lillard. It's Lillard.
Damian Lillard
or Booker.
I can get behind
Lillard
Dame.
is cool. I mean, if you ask someone,
Booker was when he was in the finals. I don't know if he is anymore, but Dame.
Yeah, people don't like Booker as much, but
Booker's
Booker's got a good aesthetic.
He does.
No,
he's not. Booker's got the Instagram aesthetic all y'all indie kids want.
Devin Booker's a dork.
Hey, Devin Booker's like a musical artist, like, or not Devin Booker, Dame Lillard.
No, he's not.
I meant Dame. I said Devin Booker. I meant Dame.
Try not to mention Hornets or Browns challenge. We haven't mentioned the Browns the entire.
We talked
even
about
though
Baker,
Watson settled those cases.
We talked. Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we talked about Baker and we talked about Watson. So we talked about the Browns.
Did we?
But we didn't directly mention the Browns.
Anthony Edwards. Oh, Anthony Edwards is pretty cool.
People are gonna
John Wall. I'm a big John Wall fan.
When are people turning on Anthony Edwards like they did Ja? This must be coming soon. No?
Well, Anthony Edwards doesn't like talk about to kill somebody on Twitter. Also, Ja's Twitter presence is not that annoying, in my opinion. Like,
no, it's not. Here's Anthony Edwards. You just reach like critical mass of hype and people turn on you no matter what. Nobody can sustain this without being like the best player in the world. And even then. So year 2 is prime time to be like the most loved player in the NBA. He's really cool, does cool stuff. Everything he does is fun, is like found as like funny instead of like annoying. Like if a lot of players could say the exact same thing as Anthony Edwards and people would just be mad at it.
I don't know. I definitely feel like a couple things need to happen. Yeah, no. I mean, Anthony Edwards will definitely, once he like cements himself, he'll have more haters than he does now. Like right now, there's no expectations to win a ring. You fall short of that, and everybody doesn't like you all of a sudden and thinks you're a fraud, right? Jason Tatum has never done anything that annoying besides like wear a Kobe armband and like text him one time, and now everyone makes fun of him for like liking Kobe too much.
Little. Eventually, Anthony Edwards will he's not going to.
All he needs to do is mess up once. All he has to do is mess up once. He'll be in like one more movie, and people will be like, he cares more about being a movie star. Like all you need to do is mess up just a little bit, and the narrative will start to shift. Wonder when people are going to turn on
Raptors, the 2020 Lakers, the 2021 Bucks, and the 22 Golden State Warriors. That's a tough one.
I think the 2020 Lakers are honestly winning in a college football type 4-team playoff between the 4 of them. Give me like 2020 Lakers, then the 2021 Bucks, and then
I think I would take
2022 Warriors, then the 2019 Raptors. But I don't know. I guess the Raptors beat a very similar Bucks team on the way to getting to that ring, but maybe. I don't know. I would take prime LeBron and healthy Anthony Davis like over. I mean, those were like 2 of the top 5 players in the league at that point. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm taking the Lakers, no question.
They were the 1 seed that year, were they not?
They were nice that year. This will be forgotten.
Really
time
nice
on
that
nice
year.
The 2020 Lakers were. You guys streaming the draft on Thursday? I think I'm going to go live on Thursday. I think I'm going to go live on Green Room. I think that's my game plan.
I might join you. What time is the draft?
Prime Kawhi, yeah.
8.
Oh, I'll just be getting back from Kristen's track practice.
Whenever. We don't have to do it any specific time.
I might have to leave to catch my flight here pretty soon, boys. Got to go through security still. I'm still on the other side of it.
Oh, you haven't even gone through? Yo, bro. What you?
Well, this guy has no fear of TSA.
That's what I'm saying.
I have no fear of TSA. Well, I still have an hour and 15 minutes. Like, it's not going to take me an hour and 15 minutes to get through TSA.
No, and doesn't that make you uneasy? I know it's like, okay, you have like plenty of time. This isn't like a planning thing, but doesn't it make you uneasy to not be through TSA?
Right now, no, because I still have an hour. If it was like 30 minutes, then I'd be like, ooh. But like an hour, I know for a fact I can get through TSA in an hour.
All I'm saying is like I always get to the airport 2 hours before my flight leaves.
Yeah, not for these.
Well, last
flights,
time
man.
I always get to. It's really not. I mean, getting through TSA does not take that long, unless you're like traveling at the peak of spring break. Like, you know, like on a normal, like today's a random Tuesday. Like, going through TSA is like going through like, and then it's not that different than like a bus stop, right? The planes like.
I'm just prepared for anything. I'm just prepared for anything.
No, you're not. No, you're over prepared. Like when me and Blaiden were in the exact same situation in Dallas, the exact same. We were on the same flight. Our flight was on the runway and we both missed our connecting flight. I got to the hotel a solid hour and a half before Blaiden did. And I was relaxed. I had ordered DoorDash. I had a meal. I had cookies. I had been working on stuff, and you were still looking for your bag at the airport.
I was eating. Blaiden was worrying about his bags while I was eating cookies. I was having cookies while he was doing all of that. So who really?
I was literally eating cookie. I had my feet up. I had the place to myself for like an hour and a half while you were stressing over your lost bag because you get to places too early. And you bring too much stuff with you. It's a mistake. You think you're more prepared in your head. You think you're prepared because you're like, oh, I'm here so early.
Yeah, I'm there early.
Then why did I get to the hotels
though? That's what you're unprepared for.
You're unprepared to go somewhere.
Now here's my question. We're going to Vegas here soon again, except we're staying. What, like 3 nights now? 4 nights? Like a longer time, right?
The 8th through the 12th.
That has to be suitcase material. I'm team backpack. Dude, you're gonna.
Oh, I've got a military grade backpack now, guys. It's got so much shit on it. My dad had it. It's from when he was in the army, and I've got a military grade backpack, and I legitimately think I can fit my shit in there for 3 days, especially if we're in an Airbnb with a washer and dryer. I might bring one outfit and dress like a cartoon character with like my Charlie Brown's like the one sweater. Like seriously, guy. Like,
I'm bringing like
hate having that. I have a second bit. Why? Like you're not prepared for anything in that case. You're not prepared if you're over. For what? You're prepared to be overpacked. Like you're prepared to be stranded there. Like you're not prepared. No one, if you're like going out in the wilderness, you don't bring more stuff than you need.
I'm not going in the wilderness. I'm not going in the wilderness. We're going to Vegas.
I suppose, but like, if something were to go wrong, you do not want to be.
Good thing nothing ever goes wrong on these trips, luckily. So it's not something we need to worry about.
If something goes wrong, then like I have everything I need, right?
I do too. But I also don't have too much stuff, which is what you have.
So, okay, let's say hypothetically, like your outfit like shrinks in the dryer. Then what?
Hypothetically, then I would go and get a new outfit. But also hypothetically, I would not bring like wool that I've never washed before to Las Vegas in the summer. A gun on me and like a map and like I could be sharing my location and I could be like have pepper spray and I could have like extra clothes. I could bring that everywhere I go and I'd always be prepared if like but I wouldn't be prepared to like walk around without getting sweaty, you know? Like less is more. This is a valuable less is more. I'm
not bringing too much stuff. Like all I bring is like everything I need to like if we have to record the podcast in the Airbnb or like
6 outfits for 3 days is over prepared. You're not changing 4 days maybe. Anyway, so I got to go through security otherwise I'm actually going to miss my flight.
All right. So that'll wrap things up for us. Bye Theo. We'll have a safe flight. We'll be back with another podcast. We're going to talk about some NFL contract and salary cap stuff on the next episode. And until next time, from Corn Boy, Bird Boy, Lemon Boy, we will catch you all on the flippity flop.